This phone has potential to be the best phone of 2024 and also the best valued phone at only $800. This is the one and only OnePlus 12. And guys, let's be honest, OnePlus has missed the mark the past few years of phones, but they finished up last year with the well-reviewed OnePlus Open, and now we have the OnePlus 12. And I think this phone is doing a lot that Apple, Samsung, and Google could actually learn from. The OnePlus 12 is $800, but if you trade in any phone in any condition, it's $100 off. You can also trade in working phones too to get the price even lower. If you pre-order, you get 16 gigabytes of RAM with 512 gigabytes of storage, which is an additional $100 value. At this price, you get a true flagship phone with flagship specs at a non-flagship price. OnePlus used to call itself the flagship killer, and that term has haunted them the past few years. But this year, I think they can get the name back. So the price is good, but what about everything else? This phone comes in two different colors, flowy emerald and silky black. This is flowy emerald. OnePlus says that this is inspired by nature and it has a satin texture, but to me, they could have called it marble countertop and I would have been okay with that. It's unique in design and I think it looks really good. In your hand, you have a flagship 6.8-inch 120Hz display. It looks good as expected. You know, all flagship phones have great displays, but what's not expected is that this is the brightest display on any cell phone. Next to the S24, which is the second brightest phone, you can see the difference. And you may be asking the question, bright display, what does that do for me? It means when watching content and in direct sunlight, you still have the same saturation, the same colors as you would in a dim area. This helps with usability in all circumstances, including using the camera in bright daylight. So many people I still see when they go to the camera, they're doing this. You don't have to do that with this phone. It is bright in all circumstances. Now, beyond the brightness of the display, the OnePlus is opting to use a curved display on this phone. And to be honest, I really want flat displays. I have converted over. I am a changed man, and now I love flat displays. Curved has had its time, flat looks better overall, and it's more comfortable. Now don't get me wrong, I still think this phone is very comfortable in my hand, and the curve does help the phone feel smaller than it is. Also, curved displays do still look pretty cool and overall exude that level of perceived premiumness. When we talk display, we have to talk colors, and color-wise, we have a few options between different modes. And you have your regular, which is natural, which I think looks really good out of the box. It's not super punchy. If you want that punchy look, then go to Vivid. Vivid is very, very punchy. You get those really bright, crisp blues and reds and oranges. And then we have P65. P65 is something that professionals would like. It's a wide color gamut. It looks much more subdued, even more than natural, but the colors are gonna be much more accurate out of the box. Also, the display has a high pixel density. So like, take a look here, we're zooming in on text on a website. The text is still very crisp. I mean, you can make out every little letter, every detail on this right here. So everything here is going to be very crisp because this is just a high pixel density display. Compare this display to anything else on the market and you're going to enjoy this. Now, speaking of anything on the market, I did a comparison with this phone to the S24 Ultra already, and it was an interesting comparison. You check it out, link below or up top in the cards. Now, OnePlus has blessed us with the notification toggle on the left side of the phone. It's typically on the right side of the phone, but to me, the left side is much more comfortable. But also being honest, I really keep the phone on vibrate the whole time, so it's nothing that I'm toggling. They're known for the slider. They are known for this, and when they took it away, Reddit was in an uproar. So it's like one of those things that OnePlus just has to have it on their phone no matter what. I will say the rest of the build is pretty standard for a flagship phone. The back of the phone does have an interesting look with the color I mentioned earlier, but also the circle ring for the camera. I think OnePlus did a great job with the design and how it blends into the back of the phone without having such a huge camera bump. The design is great. It's familiar with OnePlus, but nonetheless, it feels like a phone that is premium and sturdy. And it also has a unique look with colors and also this funky, I don't mean funky in a bad way, but this crazy camera cluster with all the little information right here, the Hasselblad logo, the kind of like a kind of glossy piece here, and it just like blends into the side of the phone. it's a good look. This phone has a large 5400 milliamp battery, and it can charge from 0 to 100 in under 30 minutes, which is 2 times faster than most phones here in the States. With my battery usage, I get a full day of battery life, and by the time I'm plugging in the phone, I'm at 30%. That's with a bit of gaming, camera usage, text messages, Telegram, web surfing, and a handful of tweets. That's better than the 15 Pro Max, OnePlus Open, S24 Ultra, Z Fold 5, Nothing Phone 2. Now combine that with the VOC charging speeds, and you have yourself a phone that is tough to kill. And also, this phone does come with a fast charger, even though it's USB-A and not USB-C to USB-C. Regardless, having this bad boy, having great battery life, I mean, you have a phone that is definitely going to be tough to kill. Now, performance-wise is what you'd expect. Going between apps, launching new apps, and gaming is going to be great on this phone. But also the software is very good too. It's running Oxygen OS. And this software has a lot of goodies baked into it. And when I say a lot of software and goodies baked into it, people instantly think of bloat. But that's not true here. It can be as light and as smooth as you want, or you can dive into the pages and pages of settings to customize this device. You can slide apps to the side and have them in picture-picture mode, or even have an app drawer thingy that can sit on the edge too. There's so much packed into the software, and I'm digging everything about it. OnePlus has some of the most passionate fans, and I appreciate y'all in the comments every single video I make about OnePlus. That community helps to keep OnePlus accountable for their updates and promises of new features. OnePlus has done a great job at keeping the devices up to date. When I turn on an old OnePlus phone, there are several updates the phone is behind, and that is a good thing. There is constantly something going on, constantly something enhanced, constantly something getting fixed, and I absolutely appreciate OnePlus for those things. There's also a gaming mode that gives additional settings for hardcore gamers. This phone also has a built-in cooling system that OnePlus has said is the biggest for any smartphone to keep the phone cool even when gaming. I've done a fair bit of gaming, and I would say I have not seen any throttling, and the temps have stayed down. You're able to check that within this gaming software, and I think this gaming software is really robust for every single thing that you want to do while gaming. Let's roll over to camera, one of the biggest complaints of OnePlus that I've had. Let's see how the 12 shapes up, but first, let's talk camera hardware. It's a triple camera setup equipped with Sony's LYT-808 sensor. If you don't know what that means, it is a great sensor. OnePlus did not skimp out. It's 50 megapixels for the main, and we also have ultra wide and telephoto. It's 3x optical with a 6x digital zoom. The camera modes on these phones are pretty standard, and there isn't that one wow feature, but I will say OnePlus did a pretty good job at least giving us the modes that we want. Let me say this on the record, put quotes up right now. I am in love with this camera. When I compared it next to the S24 Ultra, it won in most comparisons. This camera shines, especially in low light examples. Some of these shots were in some difficult situations, like at a restaurant when it was very dark, and maybe this doesn't seem impressive, but let's compare it to the S24 and see how much better it did. The letters on the menu are visible on the OnePlus and not on the Galaxy. The words on the book look so much better, and also the pink lights are actually pulling through, whereas on the S24, these lights actually look white. So what about daylight? As you know, with any phone, you'll find nice images, and these are very sharp and detailed, and also accurate with colors. The ultra wide is pretty solid too, with no major issues with it. The front-facing camera on this phone, I would say, is probably not the best when it comes to coloring and capturing the overall vibe. When it comes to video, I don't think the camera is bad, but it's just behind the competition.
Yeah, you.
OnePlus 12, same scenario. I have a studio light pretty much right in front of me and just talking right into the camera. Let me know how this looks, and also let me know how does this sound. Okay, we now turned off the studio light and we just have the ceiling lights that are behind me and one right in front of me. And yeah, want to know how does it look and how does it sound to you? So I do think it's good enough and it's passable for me. Overall, this camera system is great. OnePlus's best camera. If they continue to build upon this, I mean, we might have a new camera champion coming up soon. For me, OnePlus is back as the flagship killer. And if this phone was hundreds more, I still would recommend it. There isn't too much bad things to say about this phone. I'd say the other Android flagships I'd recommend next to this one, which is Galaxy S24, which does have some additional features. If you want to see how this phone does compare to the S24 Ultra, I made a video already, so make sure you click it and watch it.